Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time for some more Knights of the Old Republic 2 with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome. Yes, we are getting back into it. We did quite a bit in the first episode. We saved ourselves as T3. We woke up after being poisoned enough to kill everybody else. And we found out that we are on a very dangerous mining asteroid type thing. We are currently trying to escape because, well, one person's worried that somebody's going to come and hunt us down. Somebody else is worried that the whole place is just going to blow up. The droids went crazy somehow. And we found out that we have an HK droid that's silver instead of like a coppery tone, that's talking about bounties, and I think he was the one that came and got us in the Ebonhawk. It's all not good. Like there was, the Jedi Civil War did not go well for the Jedi, apparently. The Jedi are like against themselves, and yeah, it's all round bad. Now we are to the point where we are kind of almost to the we are trying to save these miners, but we have a big fight coming up. So yeah, that ought to be fun. So with all that said, let's jump into the game, shall we? All right, so here we are. We are, we are, I'm taking a look at kind of our stuff here. Our powers, our feats, what do we have? So we have, we are proficient in all manner of weapons. We do have the Jedi Sense. Now, we may want to go ahead and make use of our adrenal stuff here. Although I realized we can create a second sword. Component, it only costs 2 components, and we have 40, so let's go ahead and create one. I don't know how that's going to affect us as far as, so yeah, see, that's going to severely detract from our ability to hit. So yeah, I'm thinking we probably are going to want to stick with that. Now, I did change out our demolitions belt for a cardio regulator, which gives us +2 to fortitude. I'm not entirely sure what fortitude does. That may be like our saves to hit as far as people hitting us, or at least how much damage we take. That's my guess. That is my guess. But let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and do adrenal stamina and adrenal strength. Wow, okay. We just ripped through them. And now we've got some more bigger bots. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and use a med pack. What's in here? Hi, buddy. Sounds like there's another robot somewhere close here. Oh, yep, there is. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? All right. So, yeah, I forgot to keep an eye on my... Wait a second. I also wanted to change this to the cardio regulator. Shock him. Go and hit him. And med pack up. And let's go ahead and do another med pack. All right. So we've got those down. We've got 2 more in here. And 2 more past that, and then 1 guy off to the side. You missed? Thank you. There we go. All right. All right, and we'll save here. This guy. All right. Now we're taking care of business. All right, there we go. Okay. Now we can come back through here and see if there's anybody dropped anything. Somebody did. What did you drop? You dropped a minor sonic detonator. And we have containment fields keeping us from going that direction, which I think, yeah, see, this is starting to look like where T3 was. All right, so we have turbo lift. We have chemicals, compounds, reflex package, parts, components, all kinds of good goods. We also have a... All right, so we can say
Maintenance
voice
control, voice print ID, R1B5.
Beeping from droid console. All right, open door to the airlock with maintenance officer override. Turn to control maintenance logs.
Finish the sonic imprint sensor prototype for the mining droids. Everyone knows they need an upgrade. The sensor should allow me to issue voice commands to them rather than manually adjusting their routine each time the mining specifications change. I've been keeping the sensor in the maintenance workshop for the time being. I wanted to test it first by recording and playing back some simple voice commands.
All right, the Ebonhawk droid.
Finished my examination of the droids from the Ebonhawk freighter. The T3 unit looked like it had shut itself down. The protocol droid, however, made up for it. It talked my ear off for most of the hour, asking questions about the facility, the personnel, and so on. Still, it wanted to make itself useful, so I put it to work until its master wakes up from the med bay. It seems to have some skills in speaking to droid behavior cores, so... There's been some trouble with some of the mining droids, so I'm signing off.
Yeah, so, it sounded like the HK droid is actually the one that may be behind all of the troubles we've been having. Which is not great, to say the least. All right.
Been speaking to the protocol droid about the Jedi in medbay. I thought they'd all gone away or been killed in the Jedi Civil War. The droid told me that his master is the only Jedi he knows of in all the galaxy, and that the Jedi had served in the Mandalorian Wars almost 10 years ago. That would have meant that the Jedi served under Revan for a time. Maybe the Jedi knows what happened to Revan after the end of the Jedi Civil War.
All right, the exchange bounty.
Been too busy to enter a log for a while. There's been more and more accidents since that Jedi arrived. The miners are starting to get restless, especially Corda. Corda said the exchange is offering a huge bounty on Jedi Knights and that we can make a fortune if we sell the Jedi to Nar Shaddaa. Security shot down that idea pretty quick. But I don't think Corda and his men are going to give up that easy. I mentioned the trouble to the Jedi's protocol droid, and he seemed concerned about his master's safety. I told the droid not to worry. The Corda wouldn't...
All right, access the...
When the dock officer reported the droids repairing the Ebonhawk, I installed a voice print ID on the droid console system. Someone ordered them to repair that freighter, but I can't find a trace of the order anywhere. If anyone tries that again, they won't be able to do it from this terminal unless I let them. The voice print should cut any user off from the central functions unless I give the code.
Right. And security problems.
The maintenance check on the droids didn't help. If anything, the accidents have increased. Security interrogated me about the droids and they weren't too happy with my answers. I don't understand it, though. These aren't combat models. They shouldn't even know how to attack. I can't help but think, what if somebody staged the initial trouble with the mining droids just to get them all sent to maintenance, and then did something to them? I think security's right. Someone's trying to sabotage this facility, and they're using the droids to do it. But why?
Because they're wanting to get... They're wanting to... Because it was... HK was wanting to protect us because HK is actually a bounty hunter droid. And I don't think it's HK-47. Emergency subroutines. Check exits from fuel depot. Containment field active. Administration turbolift active. Emergency turbolift shutdown. Airlock active. Check the containment field. Containment field activated. Breach in fuel lines detected. Access to hangar bay denied. Trace the source of the breach. The system is registering a blast in one of the main fuel lines. The containment field has been activated to keep the explosion isolated within the hangar bay and fuel lines. Awareness. That would imply that the fuel lines connect directly to the hangar bay. If you could access the fuel lines, you could bypass the containment field entirely. Check the fuel lines. Although the fuel lines are currently sealed, because no ships are docked in the facility, they would open automatically if a ship did arrive. Check other exits from the fuel depot. Check the mining tunnels. Terminal lift to the mining tunnels. Detonation detected. Venting systems activated. Access denied. All right. What about the airlock? Okay. Let's run a diagnostics. Signal unit destroyed. Comm system from fuel depot inoperative. Right. Okay. So let's check the cameras. Containment field camera. The droid maintenance area has been sealed by emergency lockdown. However, new programming has been introduced to keep it from opening even if the lockdown is canceled. There's no way to shut it down the field that you can see from this terminal. This means anyone inside the facility is effectively cut off from the hangar bay. All right, maintenance level camera. Fuel line sensors. This fuel line deposits fuel into docked starships. Since no starships are currently docked at the Paragus facility, it is sealed. There appears to be a damaged T3 unit dumped in the fuel lines. It may be your missing T3 unit. There's also some metal case next to the T3 unit, but you can't make it out. It may have been deliberately dumped there. Right, airlock camera, right. And that's just that one. All right. So this would take us back up to the administration, I think. Yeah, that would take us back up to the administration level. This will take us to the airlock, I think. I don't feel like getting, blown up by mines. Airlock inner door. In order to exit the airlock, you will need a spacesuit stored in this locker in this room. It should equip automatically when you select the airlock. Okay. So, storage, spacesuit. And that should be a way for us to get to the dormitories. Wow, it is the
That's about time. I lost your signal after you left the mining tunnels. Now you're coming in clear.
Except I'm picking you up on the exterior of the facility, on the asteroid's surface. That can't be right.
Really? Maybe you should look up.
Huh? What are you doing out there?
I need to reach the miners' then dormitory section. This is the only way to get there.
You're crazy, even for a Jedi. Look, you need to get out of there, quick.
Something wrong?
What little is left of the facility's venting systems have gone active, most likely from the explosions in the mining tunnels. They're venting Paraga's fuel deposits into space through the exterior vents, right in your path.
Can you shut them down?
I can't. I'm locked out of the main systems here. I couldn't shut it down if I tried. The vents look like they've been purposely rerouted to vent the gases to the exterior. And only in the last few minutes. It's almost as if... Now what now? I don't believe this. There's a ship coming in, sending a docking code. I have a bad feeling about this.
Why does anybody ever say that? Well, it definitely does look ominous. Oh, that is not. Yeah, somebody really went to town on that place. Like, it is a Republic. It is a Republic ship. It's got the Republic emblems on it and stuff. But yeah. Dude looks like he's seen better days. I mean, that is one crispy fried motherfucker. But that would mean that the fuel lines will be opened up. Yeah, I'm not liking. I'm not liking this. Yep. You're almost there. You're almost there. There you go. You're getting there. All right, secure the docking coupler. And yeah, this isn't good for us, I don't think. Okay. So, moving on. I find it interesting how fast it's walking, and the fact that it's like, you don't just stop, you like slow down a little bit at a time. All right, and we should probably use a med pack. All right. I hear more clankers. All right, reflex package, which is great, but we don't have implants. We don't use implants. Contoured grip. Anything like the G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip? There's credits and a data pad, storage log. How the fire suppression systems have gone... Now the fire suppressions systems have gone active. And I can't make it... And I can't even make it to the dormitory section. I watched the turrets turn the carbonite freeze rays on Maban before he even got halfway across the room. Fortunately, their range does not seem to go beyond the room itself, so I was able to remain safe in the corridor. But I don't have any ranged weapons, so ranged weapons take them out from a distance. I didn't have a stealth field generator to sneak across the room either. I tried unlocking the storage room door to see if there were any cold resistant items or grenades I could use, but the door was sealed from the lockdown. I don't know enough about security systems to open it, and I don't have a sonic charge to blow the door open. Still, as long as the droids don't make it into this section, I should be all right. Yeah, and then they made it into this section. Well, thankfully, I do know about security systems. Another basic edge. A repair kit and credits. Energy shield and insulated gloves. And a med pack. All right. Let's see what we can do with our... So we do have a contoured grip, which gives us a damage penalty of negative... attack modifier of 1, but a damage penalty of -1. The shorter grip allows maximum accuracy, but the reduced leverage limits the weapon's power. Modification, right? I think we'll stay away from that. Thank you. So keen. This is an ideal building material for melee weapons as it holds an edge very well. The modification. Okay, but what does keen mean? And I think I'll stick with this one. Wait, can we upgrade our mining uniform at all? We have nothing that you still won't let us use that. Okay. So yeah, see, they're saying, hey, wait a second. Not the plasma torch. Let's go with the advanced. Yes. So see, we can hit it from here, from all the way back here. Maybe. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do not go into the frickin' room. Why would you go into the room? Just hang back, take pot shots. Even if you suck, which you do, you don't have to put yourself at risk. Broken droid, sonic grenade and components. Recover the mine. Rakatan Band. Okay, what does that do? So this gives us +1 to awareness, +1 to wisdom. All right. Oh, you want to go that route? Fine. Let me show you. You've had your shots. Let me show you what I can do. So we have the automated fire suppression there. But let's see what we can do with this shift assignment console. All right, let's repair the system. Access camera, mess hall. Dormitory west. Oh, okay. Shut down the ventilation systems. Dormitory east. Turbo lift to the administration level. All right. Con system crackles life, but there's no sign coming from the dormitories. All right. Check shift log. These appear to be nothing more than a long list of work assignments, with numbers of miners available for duty decreasing over the past 3 days, citing several medbay logs. All right, end the lockdown. We should probably go ahead and level up. So our skills, we can say would increase our demolitions by 1. Our security, our persuade, and our awareness. And we'll go ahead, and we can go ahead and, oh, right, we need 2 for that. Let's go ahead and add to our repair. Now, as far as powers, let's go ahead and get the mind trick now. Credits mind administration log. This hollow log looks like it needs to be plugged into a hollow reader in order to play back its contents. Well, makes sense. Adrenal, stamina adrenal. A footlocker that isn't actually a footlocker. Armor weave underlay Mark II. Some components and stamina. Very nice. Some credits. We'll need money eventually, I'm sure. Med packet chemicals. Damaged door. Which just gave us some components, which is nice, but I mean, at least we're like checking everybody and being like, hey, all right, is there anybody left? Search for logged holo display. All right, insert data pad. All right, insert the administrators. Emergency status.
This may be the beginning of a long record. It's about an hour after the facility suffered the explosion that triggered the emergency lockdown. Just finished helping the dock officer set up the transmission relay. Not much signal strength, but it's better than nothing. The transmission gives the code to open the turbo lift when or if help arrives. Code is a simple group of 5 numbers. 3, 17, 13. Then the next 2 numbers are...
Sir, couldn't we contact the medbay? Maybe the Jedi's awake. If so, he could help us.
No good. The link to the medical computer was severed from the hub, just like the administration console. Even if the Jedi wakes up, how would we get the dormitory turbo lift code to him? Without it, the turbo lift to the administration level is locked down.
Great, you couldn't finish the... You had to interrupt him, didn't you?
We just took an inventory of our supplies. We've got enough emergency rations in the dormitories to last almost a month. But with all the problems in the facility, I don't know how long we'll last. I wish we could contact the Jedi. Maybe he could... But no, he's still floating in that damn tank. Someone's played us for fools. And since Corder and his crew aren't locked in here with us, it's pretty clear who it was. If I ever catch up with that Mandalorian-loving son of a... At least the air scrubbers are still working, even though they're tied into the... Hey, what's happening to the ventilation system? This...
You spoke too soon. But that's not how they're laying. Like, they're all laying face down, not face up. Did they, like, flip over partway through or something? What the... All right. Check the transmission.
The transmission gives the code to open the turbo lift when or if help arrives. Code is a simple group of 5 numbers. 3, 17, 13.
Looks like a military
the next
flash
2 numbers
code. It looks like the dot equals 1 and the dash equals 10 and the X equals 5. So, right. So, dash would be 10, 5, 2. Right. Okay, yeah. So that would be 5 and then 12.
The transmission gives the code to open the turbo lift when or if help arrives.
So yeah,
code is a simple group of 5 numbers. 3, 17, 13. Then the next 2 numbers are...
Why did you... And then the next 2 numbers? It's like, why not just say the damn numbers? You're listing them off anyway. Come on. So yeah, it's... 3, 17, 13, 10, and 12. Right? No. No, X is 5. Dash is 10. So that would be a 5 and a 7. Yeah. Okay, so 5 and 7. And charge! So yeah, HK basically made sure that nobody was surviving. Alright, credits, repair kit, chemicals, energy shield, med pack, credits, and more and components. Refresher. Mine foreman's log. Okay. Alright, well. So the foreman has a log. Got a repair kit. At least once we get our droids back, we'll be able to, like, really take care of them. Dock officer's log. Mandalorian melee shield. And more credits. I mean, I'll take the money. Beam splitter Mark 1 and an Agronmian grip. Alright, we salvaged parts from this because that one's broken, so we need to go back across to the other dormitory and deal with that. Okay. Alright, the foreman.
Manama treto sobre barakto drun. Krishe mentru greba no flan tur na sagamin. Grave no ku sita batevate. Trawinsto sobututo neliep grimpatado. Trawinsto busuto neliep grimpatada. Teleronda nana nintolo gradatira. Der interunto wakore kwe wapatera tana chingaradana.
Fight frequencies have increased. Court and his crew think we should take the Jedi. Then split the many credits. I want nothing to do with the exchange. They're big, violent family. They do terrible things to outsiders who deal with them. But Corta does not care. In my mind, it is better letting the Jedi go wherever their Jedi wants to go. When Jedi get mad, they start big wars. Talk with Corta failure. I had a careful, inoffensive talk with Corta and asked him not to make trouble with the Jedi. I reminded him that we are ordered to leave the Jedi alone and we should follow orders or... my words had much sense, but Corta is angry. Is all angry in human face. Then said the facility, what am I going to do? Why do they do this? I'm thinking of repeating to the administration's officer. Okay. Must take action. Entry incomplete. I had the last comm from Corta to maintenance officer. Maintenance officer said he had a big plan for disabling the station, leaving us all trapped here while he and Corta escaped with the Jedi. I'm still afraid of Corta, who is big, loud, and unreasonable. So I went to the maintenance officer, who is smaller, more sensible. Then maintenance officer cracks an eyebrow hair at me, pretending not to know anything right because he wasn't talking to them. I can't wait any longer. I must... Hi, Corta.
Your ears always were too big, CN. Come on. If the maintenance officer comes through on the explosions, these dorms are going to be filling up soon. And shut that damn data pad off and throw it down the refresher.
Right. So, okay. So... Corta thought he was talking with the maintenance officer, but actually it was the HK unit.
We managed to get to the dormitories. We should be safe here. We've been trying to use the holo-transmitter to beam a transmission to the administration level to end the lockdown, but the administration console's been severed from the main hub. Everyone thinks we should try to evacuate on our own as soon as possible, but there's no way to break the dormitory seals from the inside. I'm going to keep sending distress calls in the meantime. We've been trying to find a way to circumvent the lockdown and get to our hangar bay, but so far, no luck.
All right. Fuel depot force field.
The situation's worse than we thought. Even if we get out of here, we can't shut down the fuel depot force fields if a fuel leak was detected. If so, the only way off this asteroid is if a ship docks with us. But the only connection to the docking platform is on the administration level, and we can't get up to the docking bay while we're trapped here. I only hope someone survived the explosion in the mining tunnels. If not, then we're stranded here, unless our transmission reaches a passing ship, or a Telos freighter.
Right, distress transmission.
Managed to use the holo transmitter here as a crude relay to beam short-burst transmissions outside the Paragas facility. With any luck, the transmission will carry beyond the asteroid field. We've set the emergency transmission on automatic playback. We're using a simple military flash code to transmit the code to the turbolifts, so maybe our rescuers can get down to the dormitory when they reach the station. Without those turbolift codes, our rescuers wouldn't be able to get here from the administration level. And without those codes, we wouldn't be able to get to the administration level if we found a way out on our own. The messages are short distress calls only, since we can't get much signal strength. It's pretty weak, so unless a ship is actively searching the area, it might be a long time before a ship picks up the message. After all, who would be scouring frequencies way out here looking for trouble?
The big cook guy that, like, just docked? All right, right. I want to go back this way to the... I want to go back to... Because if I remember right, there was a workbench that we can use. Yes. I want to see what that other grip does for us. So let's say you... This grip gives a bonus damage to slashing. All right. Can we use anything? No, we still can't use anything for that. Okay. So now we get a little bit extra. We get +1 damage to slashing, which is good. But we'll probably need to use our advanced mining blaster to take out the fire suppression system here. There we go. All right, now we should be able to. Okay. Man, we suck with blasters. All right. I think we should be safe here now. Damaged by the explosion, the lock is melted. You may be able to blast it open with a mine. Well, all right. We didn't destroy anything in it. That's good. Oh, come on. Really? Hey, buddy. I think you're close enough. All right, get more detonators. And we've got a lot more corpses to loot. All right, stamina and a log. Got another lecture about contraband today. Security hasn't started doing spot checks of our quarters yet, so my cache in the lower bunk in my room on the eastern dormitory should be safe. You won't even know it's there unless you know to look for it. Court came around again, asking if I had any special cargo to sell, but I was getting a bad feeling about how he was asking, so I stayed quiet about my stash. I'm going to keep that blaster I smuggled from Telos and a few grenades there just in case things here get rough. Only benefit to having a room in the room farthest from the door is that it should buy me enough time to dump the contraband if security does a surprise inspection. All right, so now we can go back there and a survival kit with some chemicals. All right, so we can actually come back to the east dormitory, which is which one? All right. So we want to take a right. It's furthest from the door. I mean, these two seem to be the equidistance from the door. Like, oh, here we go. Ion grenade, blaster pistol, 2 frag grenades, and a med pack. Yeah, that's stuff that will cause this entire station to go boom. That's not good stuff to have. Anything more powerful than a mining laser is gonna really fuck shit up. Alright, so this is the cafeteria. Might as well go in and search the cafeteria, and I'm guessing the restrooms. Corta! Looks like things didn't end. Let's see, repair kit, mining laser. Alright. Access
almost didn't make it out of the dormitory section before the lockdown, you Murglak. You're cutting a little close, aren't you?
Yes, a regrettable miscalculation on my part. I'm contacting you because I'm picking up a subspace transmission from within that level. Is that your doing?
No, they must be trying to use the old relay system to send an emergency signal. I doubt they know what's really going on.
Hey, this turbo lift's locked down.
Try the code again, and don't worry about the miners and their transmission. By the time help arrives, we'll be all the way to Nar Shaddaa.
Oh, they won't be leaving the dormitories. The explosion within the tunnel has damaged the ventilation systems, causing breaches in the core exhaust conduits.
What? That's going to kill them all!
Not all of them, but I'm sending a number of mining droids to your location right now to correct that problem.
Corda, this turbo lift's locked down. The sequence isn't working.
Keep trying it! You! Why are you doing this? Why me?
You. It was never about you. The Jedi is all that interests me. But then you had to ruin everything by revealing his identity, and then trying to harm him. And that I cannot allow.
Statement. You are a risk, Corta. You are impulsive, crude, and soon, deceased.
Mocking query. Corta, are you dead yet? Smug statement. I believe I forgot to mention that I reversed the turbolift codes, in case you managed to get this far.
Okay. So, yeah. We now have Corta's recordings as well. Oh, there's a survival kit down here. Man, there's a lot of survival kits. Alright, we do have a lab station, which means we can cook up some more med packs. Alright, mess hall log. I swear they're never going to get around to fixing the ventilation systems, and if the food processors back up again, the next time the fumes start flooding the mess hall, I'll be dead rather than just nauseous. I'll keep the breath mask here just in case we have a repeat incident. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and make some, let's go about creating, oh no, wait, no, let's use it, yes. So we can make 3 more med packs. Wait, can we break down? What can we break down? A few breakdown items. Frag grenade, sonic grenade, reflex package. Alright, that'll get us a lot more stuff so we can make a ton of med packs. I do appreciate the change there, that we can actually, like, stuff that we're not using, we don't have to just hold on to until we sell. We can actually break them down and make use of them. So now we need to come back to the dormitory here. Is this the one that had the working terminal? No. The other one. Alright. Fine. Ugh. Alright, insert the minor log, hololog, yes. Decode for 0 spikes.
What did you want to talk to me about? I have to suit up and drill the 3219K asteroid claim within the hour, so talk quick.
I heard you had plans for the Jedi, about selling him to the exchange.
Yeah, but security already set their piece on that, didn't they? Nobody's getting sold to anyone.
Are they? I've seen the logs you've been accessing. Maybe the two of us could work something out.
It doesn't matter what we work out. We wouldn't make one hyperspace jump before what's left of the Republic was on us.
If you have a way off this station, I can cover our tracks, and ensure the Republic is not alerted to our presence.
Well, I may know someone. Works the system on special jobs. He may want to know details, but I might be able to arrange transport.
I've seen the logs. I know you've already asked him and given the details. Once he agrees, I can handle the rest.
Handle the rest? Like how?
When the time comes, I'll contact you via comlink. Maintenance out.
Since when did the maintenance officer grow some horns?
Well, see, he didn't, because you're talking to a droid. All right. So we know the code, and apparently HK reversed the code, so it's backwards, which is fan-frickin-tastic, but at least, you know, he gloated about it, so we know. All right, there we go. Failure? Try again. It doesn't cost anything to try. All right, amplifying chamber mark, and an environmental underlay mark 2. All right, it would be nice if we could use those, but all right, so we should be able to say open the turbo lift. So, right, the code is, yeah, the code was 3171357, but then HK said that he reversed it. Gotta love villains that are stupid enough to monologue. Alright, so now we can go back up to the maintenance level. Yes, okay, cool. I
have felt a disturbance. Our enemy is here. We must leave at once.
Enemy?
The one that fired upon the Ebon Hawk as we attempted to rescue you. And he will not let us go without blood being shed.
Wait, who is this enemy?
The story is a long one, and time is short. Come, we must go, and quickly.
All right, let's go.
We need to make our way to the docking area on this level. I fear the airlock has already opened, and if so, we must be on our guard. If we cannot reach the Ebon Hawk, then we must find a way to escape on the ship that has docked here.
All right, so she has joined our party. Great. And we can, and she is ready to level up. So attributes. Ooh, okay. Let's go ahead and give her a little bit more strength. Skills, she is skilled at stealth, awareness, and treat injury. And her powers are, she has burst of speed, energy resistance, fear, and push. All right, skills. Wait, no, not that one. Well, yeah, we could do that one, actually. Powers. Let's go ahead and do a lightsaber throw, I guess. Do you have a lightsaber? No, you don't. You are completely unarmed. Okay, so we need to go and get our buddy there, I think. All right, hey, buddy. Yeah, time to go.
What in space is going on? Who's this? Another Jedi? What, did you guys suddenly start breeding when I wasn't looking?
There's no time to explain. Grab a weapon and, look, it'll take too long to explain. We have to leave. Now.
Alright. I'm guessing that Republic ship that just docked isn't carrying friends of yours.
I hope your talent for understatement is offset by your skill with a blaster. If not, then I fear our time together will be short indeed.
Yeah, and I'm also good at running and drinking, Your Majesty. And even if you two aren't big friends of the Republic, that warship's the only way off this station. Good thing we have a clear run to the ship.
Threat. Master, perhaps I did not enunciate clearly the last time we spoke. I suggested that you should shut down, stay put, and wait for rescue.
No, you were clear. I just don't listen to assassin droids.
Clarification. Assassin droid is such a crude term, Master, reserved for Durasteel drones uploaded with only the most archaic kill programs. The function I perform has been referred to as wanton slaughter. I prefer to see it as a means of facilitating communication, resulting in the termination of hostilities.
Are you the one that killed the miners in the med bay?
Indignant answer. Master, the miners intended to place you in jeopardy. I could not allow that to take place, so I was forced to negotiate a termination of hostilities. After reprogramming the mining droids to mine any organics they perceived, they began to kill the miners one by one. Then a series of flawlessly timed explosions drove the miners into their dormitories, where I was able to gas them all at once without wasting time hunting them through the mining tunnels. I then administered a large dose of sedatives to the remaining miners in the med bay, enough to kill them, but ensure you slept peacefully. Of course, against my calculations, you awakened from your tank prematurely. I am ashamed by the inconvenience that caused for both of us.
And you're the one that ordered the mining droids to kill me?
Answer? You misunderstand me, Master. Those droids were there to guard you. As I said, I did not anticipate you awakening from the tank. You are quite a hardy specimen for a Jedi, a wrung-toe among humans, if you will indulge me the metaphor. Besides, as you proved, Master, such droids could never pose a threat to a Jedi. The droids were custodial in nature, cleaning the facility of other distractions.
Why did you want to capture me?
Answer. It is beyond the scope of my programming to probe the motivations of my clients, Master. Suffice to say that I am being well compensated for my services. You have been a difficult target to find. You have been wandering the galaxy since the end of the Mandalorian Wars, leaving little record of your passage. It is as if you did not wish to be found by hunters such as myself, or more likely, the Jedi Order.
Why not both? Who is this client of yours?
Chiding answer. My programming renders me incapable of revealing the identity of my client, Master. However, I am free to say that my client is wealthy and very interested in possessing the last of the Jedi.
I don't want to fight you, but I will if you give me no other choice.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If inflicting pain is the only means to resolve this matter, then you leave me no choice.
All right, we should probably find something for her to... All right, he at least has one mining laser. Cool. And we should level him up. And let's give you a bit more... let's give you a bit more constitution. Skills, you are good at demolition, stealth, awareness, and security. So security and demolitions. Yeah, that'll work. All right, feats. We could, yeah, let's go ahead and bump him up to get him some dual wielding abilities.
Say the word.
Let us end this.
A prejudice set to maximum.
Oh, crap.
What is it?
Systems failing, Master.
I didn't realize he was like, oh, hey, I'm gonna blow myself up now. I was not aware of that. Okay, so... All right. Now then, where are we going? I think we're going back to here. And down into the mining tunnels, aren't we? Or not? All right, that takes us to the dormitories. This takes us to the prison. Take a look at his remains. We have droid's self-sustaining unit, HK vocabulator, and an advanced mining laser. All right. So what is over here?
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbolifts have been sealed to contain.
Wait, where do you guys go? Oh, right. We need to go into the Harbinger and take the fuel line around. Right.
Something is wrong. I sense no one on board.
You sense no one on board? Sense any assassin droids creeping up behind us like last time?
Everyone here has been slain, yet there are few signs of battle. No carbon scoring, no blaster fire. This place has been hit by assassins of a different sort.
Then what are we doing on this ship? We were better off in the facility. You two are supposed to be Jedi? You two are the worst Jedi I've ever met.
All right. Calm down. We need a plan, not execution.
If the assassin machine was correct, then we cannot reach the hangar. Be silent. I need some time to think.
I saw the vessel dock. When it did, a fuel pipe entered the fuel depot behind the force field. Well, we can, yeah. Yeah.
Look, I don't mean to cast another shadow on this, but even if you could reach the ship you came in on, it wouldn't matter. You'll need the orbital drift charts to clear the Paragus asteroid field, unless you want to have the shortest flight out of Paragus ever recorded.
Then how did this ship dock here?
Well, of course they have the asteroid drift charts in their navicomputer. They'd have to.
So let's get their codes, then. Let's go get the codes, then. Then we can worry about reaching the Ebon Hawk.
Well, we'd have to get to the bridge. I mean, well, that's the biggest problem I can see.
That is a sound plan for the moment. Let us go.
All right. Now that you have a party, certain actions and dialogue responses increase or decrease your influence with your companions, depending on their personalities. Some respect cruelty, while others respect nobility, loyalty, cleverness, brute force, and so on. The higher your influence with your companion, the more your alignment affects theirs. An extreme high or low influence with a companion can open up additional dialogue choices. There are benefits to both, so treat them as you will.
Our enemies gather while we wait here.
I'm sorry, the game was giving me instructions. Tone it down a bit. Adam's plan was a good one. Let's head to the bridge and get those drift
All
charts.
right, but this won't end well. Trust me.
When does anything ever end well in Star Wars in general? Like, at best, it's a little bit better. Wait, are we just right on the fucking bridge? Like, the bridge was a door away and you made it sound like it was some huge thing.
We have taken on passengers to Telos.
Sir, we've just received an emergency broadcast. A freighter under attack by Sith forces.
Can you get an ID on the ship?
Yes, sir. We have its ID signature. It's not in our databanks, but its profile suggests some low-stock freighter. Says it's being hit hard by a Sith warship. Sir?
I'll need to confirm with command before we move to intercept. Report.
The Sith warship is empty, sir. We attached an umbilical and sent 3 strike teams through it, and there's no sign of a crew or its commander.
There's no one on board? What about the escape pods?
They're still in their berths, sir. This place, it's empty. It's like a ghost ship.
Then who was firing at the freighter?
We don't know, sir. The freighter's empty, too. We did a clean sweep and nothing except a lone T3 unit, badly damaged. Did you still want it tractor beamed to the Harbinger?
Search the freighter and the warship one more time. If they're clean, then we'll tractor the freighter over.
Yes, sir.
No idea why the Admiral thought that freighter worth all the effort, but we'll find out.
Because it's the Ebon Hawk.
Everyone on the Ebon Hawk was dead, sir. We're starting autopsies within the hour.
What about that Sith corpse we retrieved from the warship?
We haven't had a chance to fully examine it, sir. He looks human, but he's fractured in several places.
Then keep me posted. Something's wrong here, and I want to know where all those Sith on the warship went.
I would like to know as well.
We're still experiencing a problem with the communications array, and now maintenance is telling me there's a cascade failure in the weapons.
Sir, I just picked up an unusual sound from MedLab.
Ah!
I have come for the Jedi.
What the hell was that?
Sir, I don't know. Communications just got cut.
Send a security team to MedLab, now!
I would send at least 2. All right, so yeah. Find the bridge. Here's the bridge. Just fucking what? All right, heavy armor, energy shield. Okay. That reminds me, we should probably, okay. Let's take a look at Atten. Let's go ahead and make you immune to poisons. We'll give you that one. So now we just need to get to the engine room. Guys, I can see you.
Just say the word. Let's settle this. More where that came from.
Like, everybody's just kind of like, oh, hey, so let's check out the... Wait a minute. I've seen Predator. I know what the fuck that means. There's some sneaky assholes. Been magnetically sealed it. You cannot open it. All right, fine. I guess we're going this way then. This feels backwards. This feels backwards from, like, the first one. Like, last time we were running from there all the way, you know, out. Unarmed accuracy gloves? Okay, that sounds interesting. Actually, we do have gloves. So we have insulated gloves, which protect us from damage from cold and fire, or accuracy, which gives us +2 physical damage, +1 save reflex, and an attack modifier of +1 when unarmed. So we don't need to be unarmed in order to use the rest. Any shady motherfuckers? Yep.
Yeah! More where that came from.
Kriya, you have a really weird battle shout. Escape pod? All the escape pods have been locked. They cannot be used. Right. Okay, so I guess we need to go back around to the other side of the bridge. Okay. Might as well loot everything while we're passing by. But you never know when you're gonna need some more credits. Right, Atten, you here? Good.
Fallen.
I don't know what the hell is wrong with your guys' voice, but man, you really sound like you are struggling. Briefing room console. Let's check the logs. Onderon?
We've been diverted from Onderon to the Outer Rim. There's not enough ships out there, and we're already hard-pressed to keep patrolling the regions under our jurisdiction. I'm afraid we're going to lose it all. There's just not enough ships and too much territory to cover. We're still rebuilding from the war with Malik, and sometimes I wonder if we'll ever recover. Still, we have our orders, and the Republic's put the highest priority on this mission. Looks like the trouble on Onderon will have to wait. As ordered, we've picked up the passengers from the Outer Rim and have made quarters for them. Once aboard, we've plotted a course for Telos. We expect to arrive within 10 standard days, provided there's no mishaps. I've been ordered to give the passenger no special treatment, nor make any indication of his identity. I have some reservations about turning the Harbinger into a passenger liner, but the orders were clear. Whoever this passenger is, he's got diplomatic level priority, whether he knows it or not.
Okay, wait, was that us?
We picked up a distress signal and are sending a message to the Republic for permission to investigate. We have also transmitted the damaged vessel's ID signature to the Republic. According to the message, it's being pursued by Sith forces. There's no match for the vessel in our databanks, but the profile of the distress signal suggests it's a stock freighter of some kind. We'll only know for sure when we arrive, and we'll find out if the signal's genuine or a trap.
It's definitely a trap.
We wanted to check with you, sir, before diverting course from Telos. There appears to be some battle that has taken place in the sector, and we've received a distress signal.
You have permission to divert course, Captain. If there's a Sith presence in the region, I want you to investigate. The ID signature on the freighter, did you get confirmation on it?
Yes, sir. We did not have the vessel listed in our databanks, so we transmitted the code to you. Was there a match?
There was, Captain. If you find any trace of that vessel, even wreckage, I want it.
Yes, sir.
After you've investigated the sector, resume course to Telos with the passenger. It is of the highest importance that he reach Telos.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure he arrives intact.
Good hunting, Captain. Admiral Onassi out.
Sometimes I wonder if the right hand of the Republic knows what the left hand is doing. I'm always being kept in the...
Query. You sent for me, Captain.
Yes, I need you to check on the passenger again, see if there's anything he needs. Try not to be too obvious about it. His safety is our top concern.
Statement. I shall use the utmost discretion, Captain. As always, it is my pleasure to serve.
Right. Okay. So, yeah. So, Admiral Onassi, Karth, from the first game, he's now an admiral, and he recognized the Ebon Hawk and was like, I want to know everything about that ship. Like, every last little thing. I don't care if you think it's important or not. I want everything. I want every last little bit of details that you can tell me about that ship and where Revan went.
Fallen. This shall not stop us for long.
Right, give it another try then. Alright, so now we should be to the engine room. Or at least engineering deck. That's right, that's what I was going to do. I was going to level up. Alright, so... we'll put 2 into there, 2 into there. Or 1 into there, 1 into security. Actually, we'll go ahead and do pump 2... One into security, one into treat injury. Feats. We'll go ahead and prep ourselves for dual wielding. Powers. We can now use force heal. And we can actually use a battle meditation now. Interesting. Let's see here. What is this? This power shields a Jedi in the Force, absorbing the first 4 points of damage from slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing attacks. Damage over and above the 4 points is suffered as normal. Oh, okay. Force deflection gives the ability to deflect any ranged attacks without a lightsaber. Yes, please. Skills will up your demolitions, your stealth. We'll pump 2 into stealth and 1 into awareness. And Kreia. Stealth, awareness, and treat injury. That's fine. Feats. We'll go ahead and bump up your blaster ability since that's what you're using right now. And we'll go ahead and give you force heal as well. And maybe force valor or force shield. We'll give you force valor. All right. Circa defense gauntlets. Those sound nice. I don't know how good they are. Just some regular old clothing. Circa gauntlets. Okay, those give a +1 bonus to defense, but they require level 2 armor. Something ain't right.
Are you all right?
These were my quarters.
This was your room? When?
Before I lost consciousness and woke up on the parade.
We do not have much time. Whatever you intend to do, do it quickly.
Well, I want to get my shit. So, Precision Chamber Mark 1, my personalized armband, my data pad, and a med pack. You are requested to report to the Harbinger Medical Bay for a routine examination. The routine is automated. Simply insert this data pad into the medical computer to receive your injections. Right. So we have our personalized armband, which gives a +1 to Constitution. All right, I'll take it. Oh, skill is too low. All right, fine. Hack it open. Look, whoever's quarters these are, they're not going to care about, us taking their stuff. Hi, buddies.
More where that came from.
And we can just generally heal everybody up. Grab 10 credits. Apparently the Republic doesn't pay for shit. Medical bay door. All right, maybe we can find out what happened in the medical room. Our Colto tank. Colto tank appears to be active. Do you want to heal yourself? No, I'm good. Insert treatment request. Sedatives administered during routine examination 3.5 days ago. Emergency override enacted. Dosage exceeds safety protocols. Right. So HK was like, hey, this is just a routine checkup in the med bay, and we're gonna just pump your system full of sedatives. I was roofied by a droid. Medical logs.
Something's wrong. Ever since we picked up that Sith firefight in the region, crewmen haven't been reporting for their shifts, and I can't reach people on the comm. The strange thing is, I keep feeling like someone's watching us here in the ship, but I can't see anyone. I don't like this.
Yeah, that's because they were using stealth field generators.
Checking the survivor from the Sith vessel. I'm not sure whether he's alive or dead, or what's even keeping him together. His flesh is cracked and scarred, and I'm registering several thousand fractures in his skeleton, as if each bone was splintered repeatedly over time, then put back together. Judging from the scar tissue, I believe these wounds took place before his death. If so, he must have been in constant pain. I have no idea what's been keeping him together.
The dark side? He's a Sith?
This is the medical officer. The soldiers sent to the medical bay have just died. I don't know where the subject went. I think he's gone to find more of the crew. With him are Sith. They just appeared right out of thin air, like they were wearing stealth generators, but I think they were always on board. When we stopped to pick up that freighter, they must have come on board the Harbinger. I have no idea how many are on the ship. There could be only a few, or as many as 100. And with communications cut off, we can't call for help. I think that thing in the tank was a Sith Lord, alive the whole time, waiting for something to wake him up.
Okay, do you guys not have decontamination proceedings? Like, you know, it would not be difficult to find somebody who was, you know, who is using a stealth field generator because they still interact. Like, there's a whole lot of, there's a whole lot of, wait, how the hell did any of this actually work? All right, so let's take a look at the recording here. Hey, you're a big ugly bastard. Hmm? I'm sorry, did you... Yep. Oh, shit. One. Well, there's the glass breaking that we heard. Right. Okay, so yeah. Attempt to get chemicals from the dispenser. Chemicals dispensed. Infiltrator gloves. Ooh, those sound nifty. What do those do? Add to dexterity and computer use and security. I will use those. Atten, you use the infiltrator glove, or the unarmed, the unarmed ones. You use the infiltrator glove, or the insulated gloves. All right. Magnetically sealed. Of course it is. Hi, guys.
Let us end this.
Time to even the odds.
Low security door. Computer spike. A steel cylinder. Johnny heavy armor. Components, credits. Another med pack. That'll be good in a pinch. Alright, there's the turbo lift. Let's explore around.
Time to take you down to size. Everyone down! Time to even the odds.
This shall not stop us for long.
More where that came from.
Right, let's see here. Droid maintenance data pad. Droid maintenance log. I don't know whether this new HK-50 droid is a gift or a curse. After the destruction of the previous protocol droid when it accidentally activated a frag mine, the HK has stepped into its place without a hitch. The problem is it doesn't take commands very well, and most of the time I have no idea where it's been. There's been reports it's been sighted in the crew quarters, with the Admiral, in maintenance, and even in med lab, of all places. And when I ask the droid about it, it gives me a smart-mouth response about facilitating communication. I don't know who commissioned these HK models, but I don't like them. So yeah, it was an HK-50, so supposedly a more... Yeah, so this one has been sabotaged rather than just deactivated. So yeah, it sounds like that one, the HK-50 is an improved model, or at least allegedly improved. Alright, so we can't get in there. So yeah, when we were looking at the ways out, we took the right path. All right, can we get to engineering? Oh, this
I have a bad feeling about this.
God damn it, don't ever... Would you stop saying that?
I can't help it, don't you feel it? Something's gonna get real wrong, real quick.
Yeah, I know that. How do you know that?
You don't survive on the rim as long as I have without knowing when trouble's coming.
We'll have to be careful. We'll have to be careful then. But we have to keep moving.
All right, but don't say I didn't warn you. Trust me. When it comes to staying alive, I'm rarely wrong about these things.
Atten has a special ability to sense anything that places him at risk. When he gets a bad feeling, it's recommended that you save your game. Look, I agree this is some shady shit. And that's exactly what we're naming that save. Shady shit. I mean, everything else was well lit. This is just like, yeah, dark and flashing lights and... Oh, hi, buddy. How's it going? Who are you? I mean, besides one
This
ugly
battle is
motherfucker.
mine alone. I am not defenseless.
Where did you get the sword? Where did you
He
get the sword?
cannot kill what he cannot see, and power has blinded him long ago. Run! I shall be along shortly.
Right. Maintenance door is locked. All right, let's look at upgrading stuff. So we can upgrade the suit. All right, biorestorative, regeneration of 1. Environment will protect us against fire and cold, plus helping us against damage from fire and cold. All right, yep, that's good enough. Light battle armor. Components and another vibroblade. And let's go ahead and go back and see if we can't improve the secondary vibroblade. So, yes. Alright, there we go. So now if we look at it, we're getting a +4 and a +3 to hit. And one is doing 5 to 14, the other one's going 2 to 11. So we've lost a little bit as far as our 2 hit with our main blade, but we're now striking with 2 blades at once. All right, let's repair, open the maintenance door. All right, well, I guess we're going this way. Activate engine maintenance procedure. In other words, open the damn door.
Tell me you're joking. We are not going to cross back into the Paragas facility through the fuel line. That's crazy.
It's the only way to get around the sealed door and into the hangar where the Ebon Hawk is.
All right, but I know I'm going to regret this.
Would you rather stick around and face that
I sent you, my
asshole?
master. Faint. Weak.
Your senses betray you, as you betrayed me.
After all that's happened, still you live. You are difficult to kill.
For one as limited as you, perhaps. To have fallen so far and learned nothing, that is your failing.
The failure is yours. No longer do your whispers crawl within my skull. No longer do I suffer beneath teachings that weaken us. and now you run in search of the Jedi. They are all dead, save one, and one broken Jedi cannot stop the darkness that is to come.
Perhaps we shall see.
Why? Why is it always just cutting off hands with these assholes?
What's wrong? Are you all right? Damn it, hold on. It's only a little farther. Don't give up on me now. What happened to you?
Kira, I think she's wounded badly.
Huh? How do you know that?
I think it was through the Force.
Look, if she's in pain, then that pain's buying us time we can't afford to waste. Especially if Sleeps with Vibroblades gets tired of playing with her and decides to use us for practice next.
Alright, let's go.
It's a utility droid. Looks like it's been hit with an ion charge and dumped here.
I know, we ran into the protocol droid earlier. He attacked us, too. Look, don't blame yourself. If you hadn't gotten us out of the administration level, we never would have made it this far. Yes, you're a good boy. Then let's go. Alright, so he's been added to our party. And we've gained influence with him. Control conduit, alright. Alright, and of course he can level up as well, so let's add to his dexterity. Skills, computer use, repair, and security. That's fine. Feats, let's go and do you up with a dual wield as well. And we'll actually improve your dual wield. Because you are already dual wielding some good shit. Alright. Well, let's take a look and see who's... What's your... So yours is... Mine is 8. His is 8. His is 6. Okay. All right, she's still got that belt on. Fine, let's just... So yeah, we had like some kind of conduit.
Everyone down!
Alright, now let's check and make sure there isn't anything back here. Uh-huh. There's some stuff back here that they were trying to, like, hey, pay attention over here, over here, over here. Double-bladed sword. Now, I do wonder with Atten, is that just like, is that a, hey, just a smuggler's sense? Or is that Oh, goodness. Or is that like, hey, you know what? He also has some force sensitivity as well.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
Dude, there's one right behind you, Atten. Jeez. You know, Atten's just like, yep, all right, I saved the day. It's like, dude, there's one right behind you. Turn around. All right, and we have a door here. Wait, that's right. We're skill too low. Okay, so we have a door. And this, okay, this will lead up to the force fields. So we can turn the force fields off here. Great. But I see some baddies. We got some more butt to kick, guys. Don't get too excited. We ain't done whooping ass. Yeah. Emergency shield, credits, chemicals, credits, and adrenal strength. All right. Anything else in here? Anything hiding in amongst these crates? No? All right. Hey, a little bit of extra money always helps. You never know how much money you're going to need. Actually, you do. Whatever money you have, inevitably in games, whatever money you have, you will need more. That is like the golden rule as far as money. Whatever you have now, you want more. You will need more.
Everyone down. More where that came from. Let's settle this.
Heavy battle armor. All right. Oh, that does remind me. Do we have anything new for our little dude here? We have a flamethrower. Though I think he's better off with that. You have a neural interface, self-sustaining unit. All right, and I can level up. All right. We're going to go ahead and pump 3 into demolition. And well, let's go ahead and start getting our lightsaber stuff here. So, all right. What's back this way? Oh, this is the terminal. Yeah, this is the terminal that T3 was using. Because if we look, yeah, see the mining tunnels and everything. So we're back up to here. Okay. So we should be able to get to the hangar through here, just like T3 did. Yeah, see everything's empty. There should be, oh. I am pretty sure T3, like... Did I just Spartan kick that fucking droid to death? That's not a normal tactic that you use against a droid. All right. What, the console? He said he can open the open the door to the hangar. He just needs access to the hangar terminal high up on the platform. Why are you like skipping? Hey, I've served with a lot of droids in the many years. Okay, why did you just like skip over everything there? Replace the control, the coupler. Guys done back there? Guys, you didn't get rid of all... You guys decide to ignore the droids? Environmental underlay. All right, I mean, it's only Mark 1, but it's still better than nothing. So now, see, we have average mines, but we can pick them up. Like, you guys stay the fuck back, because I do not need some merry band of idiots deciding to go charging through like that, yo. Frickin' damn it. I told you to stay back, not come charging ahead. I'm sorry, why the fuck aren't you attacking? If nothing else, we can break them down and use them to build, to make, like, nice stuff for us. Non-explodey stuff. All right, slice. All right, and you know what? We're gonna take a look at computer use. So we have a 10. He has a 3. He has a 15, and he's leveling up. So you know what? T3, you go through this. Yeah, he can do it with only 4 spikes. All right, decontamination system has been deactivated. So we can open the door because it's now safe to breathe. All right, finally, the ship. Pack and repair kit. Renal strength. Always look around and see if there's anything to be picked up. Droid impact armor. Big ass turbine. Cargo canister. Basic Rylith power cell. All right. Droid impact armor Mark 1, repair kits. $37 credits. That's the thing. It's like, you know that they put that there and made it, hey, here's the ship, so get the fuck in already. It's like, nope, you are going to be hiding some goodies around. I know these things. I know how games work. They always want you just to, like, run as fast as you can. All right, this is loading ramp to the Ebon Hawk. Once aboard, you'll be leaving the mining facility for good. Good! Let's get the hell out of here already. Right, so instead of space combat... Bullshit. Okay, one guy got through. The Sith have boarded. Prepare to repel the boarders. One guy got in. All right, so we'll say stun and critical strike. Yeah. All right. Dancing Queen. What? Kira, your hand, what happened?
There is no time. We must leave.
All right, I full on agree. Get the hell out of here. So somehow it wasn't just they were able to cloak, but Kriya wasn't able to sense.
Us, we're dead. But if they keep missing us, we're dead. It's great odds. Somebody shut that trash compactor up.
Can we jump to hyperspace?
Not with all these asteroids around us. We'd enter hyperspace in pieces. We have to clear that field first. Thing is, we clear the field and they're gonna have a clear shot at us.
Just keep as much distance between them and us as you can.
I'm doing all I can, and that's not enough. What'd you do to make these guys so mad? Well, either they hit us and destroy us, or they hit an asteroid and make the whole field go nova.
Look, just do your best to keep your distance. We'll get out of this yet.
What are the asteroids? They can be destroyed by us as well as them, can they not?
That'll take out the whole field, the colony, and maybe us. We might not even be able to jump to hyperspace in time.
Then we die here. Choose now.
No, someone might still be... There's got to be another way. Keep evading them until we're clear of the asteroid fields, and we'll jump to hyperspace.
Hold on. This is gonna get a little rocky.
We're not going to fire on the oh, I mean, they do it, that's fine. That's on them. We're not going to blow up the asteroid field on purpose.
Well, now that we just killed a planet, maybe one of you can tell me what's going on. Because between assassin droids, a Sith Lord that looks like he sleeps with vibroblades, and being target practice for a Republic warship, I was better off in my cell.
The Republic warship was the Harbinger. It was seized on its way to Telos by the Sith. They sought you, Jedi.
The Harbinger was on its way to Telos?
Yes, to aid in the recovery effort there. Many roads lead to Telos, including ours.
Not like we have much of a choice, the Paragus astrogation charts being what they are.
It is where we must go, and where the Harbinger was bound before our unfortunate encounter on Paragus.
How did you know I was on board the Harbinger?
You were difficult to find, but coincidence was on our side. When I learned that you were on the vessel, I knew the Sith would not be far behind. When we intercepted the Harbinger, it was crippled, drifting in space. It was a simple matter to board the vessel and rescue you. Unknown to me, however, the Sith were already on board. Just as we made the jump to hyperspace, they fired upon us, nearly destroying the Ebon Hawk.
Wait, but the Ebon Hawk is what drew the Harbinger in. How come I don't remember
Whatever
this?
occurred on board the Harbinger had rendered you unconscious. Though
Yeah.
your thoughts were faint, I was still
The
able
droid
to find
roofie.
you sealed in one of the cargo holds.
How did we get to Paragus?
I do not know how the Ebon Hawk was able to make it to Be silent. We're having a conversation here.
He says he repaired the ship and got us to Paragus.
Repaired this ship, my eye. Next thing you know, it's gonna claim credit for saving our skins. If that little noisemaker says it repaired the ship once, then it can prove it by doing it again. Go on, get!
It all seems to be a set of coincidences. So why are the Sith looking for me?
Because you are the last of the Jedi. Once you are dead, then they have won.
But I'm not a Jedi any longer.
Whatever lies you tell yourself are of no consequence. The Sith believe you to be a Jedi Knight, and that is all that matters.
But the last of the Jedi, that can't be true.
The Jedi Civil War destroyed the Jedi. By the war's end, barely 100 Jedi remained. Many fell in battle, and many more were seduced by Revan's teachings.
What about the Jedi on Dantooine and Coruscant?
The Jedi Academy on Dantooine is nothing more than a crater that echoes with the ghosts of dead Jedi. And the Jedi Temple on Coruscant lies empty. The waters in the Room of 1,000 Fountains have fallen still, in reverence to the fallen Jedi and those now lost. Many Jedi blamed the teachings of the Jedi Masters for Revan's fall, and the civil war that followed.
Look, if any Jedi live, we need to warn them.
Perhaps, but they are Jedi no longer. If the Sith
Well,
have not already slain them, then they will not help you, nor can you help them.
Then how do we stop the Sith?
That is not an easy question to answer. This threat is greater than you know, and I do not believe it is a battle that can be fought.
Look, if we don't stop them, they're going to keep coming.
Look, enough with the we already.
We cannot hope to triumph against them alone. To stop them, you will need weapons, allies, and a teacher. In the end, I fear it may not be enough.
What do you mean?
You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and it cost you everything. Are you willing to sacrifice as much again?
I mean, we must stop them, right? There's no other option.
You are not listening to me. This is not like any field of battle you have ever fought in. Think
It
carefully
doesn't fucking
on your
matter.
choice.
There's no choice.
If you choose to fight, if you choose war, it is a path few turn from once the first steps are taken. It carries with it a terrible price. And in the end, you may find you have nothing left to sacrifice.
Look, I turned away from war once. I can do it again.
Like so many Jedi, you hear, but you do not listen. You have much to learn, but we have spoken long enough, and my wound pains me. If you have other questions, find me in the crew quarters. There we will speak more.
Hey, don't stop your long, boring rants on my account. I was just getting sleepy-eyed.
Also in private, we will be mercifully free from the opinions of imbeciles and fools.
Look, not like I care or anything, but you might want to go check on our passenger, especially with that hand of hers.
You're right, she may need help. Can you handle things up here?
We're on autopilot until we hit Telos. Until then, a droid could fly this thing. Besides, I think our passenger could use your help.
What makes you say that?
I think she was barely keeping it together. I'm surprised she's able to stand with all that pain rolling off of her.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
Are you blind? If I were her, I'd be screaming like a stuck Mynock. Well, I mean a very strong, manly Mynock. I think she's just too proud to show any weakness. Especially in front of you.
I think you... That's odd.
In case you hadn't noticed, she won't say 2 words to me, but she'll talk your ear off any chance she gets. What you think matters to her. A lot. She wants you to respect her. Besides, we haven't got much else to do until Telos.
All right. I'll go check on her then. Yeah, I think Atton's a bit more force-sensitive than he's letting on. Like, I am pretty sure he's got... Yeah, he has got some force sensitivity, especially if he's like, hey, so yeah, there was pain just rolling off.
Have you come for more answers? There is little more left to give.
You know, when you lost your hand, I felt it too.
That does not surprise me, any more than you hearing my thoughts when we were apart. The pain, however, was unexpected. If I could, I would have shielded you from it.
If I could, I would have protected you.
Save your pity. I am here to save you, not the other way around.
Look, we travel together. We need to work together.
I do not need your condescension nor your lectures. If anyone needs training and guidance, it is you.
Pain I felt, what if it had been more intense?
I do not know. I fear that the consequences would have been more extreme.
More extreme, like it felt like my hand was dipped in molten carbonite.
Then the sensation you would feel upon my death might be less than that, though much quicker.
Quicker? Would it have killed me?
Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you.
Then we'll work together and try and be careful until we fix this.
When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragus.
How could a bond like this have happened?
I confess its nature eludes me as well, but the bond is strong, and its roots run deep. It seems the Force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the Force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well.
Okay.
A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks.
When we were on Paragus, I could feel the Force
Indeed.
again.
And was it the same as before?
No, it felt faint.
If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force.
Wait, the Jedi did this to me?
What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason?
But it's not possible to cut somebody else off from the Force. It's like deafening somebody or blinding them.
Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own and exiled them as they did you.
I don't believe the Jedi would inflict such a punishment on someone. It seems too cruel.
If not the Jedi, then what did you think was the cause of such a loss?
By in defying the Jedi Order and following Revan, that I had somehow lost my connection to the Force.
War leaves many scars, but rarely does it blind one to the Force. If anything,
rarely,
conflict
but not
and
never.
challenge may make the connection stronger, more intense. No matter what horrors you experienced in the war, no matter who you served, it is unlikely that the Force would be lost to you unless another factor was involved.
Can my connection to the Force be healed?
It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best, assuming they yet live.
But you think it's possible?
Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly, through me. If so, then there is hope. I may be able to teach you, train you to feel the Force again, and if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done.
But there are no more Jedi.
Then I am your only hope, as you are mine. We are a sad pair, you and I, to defend the galaxy against such a thing. I offer to train you to become strong again, to know the ways of the Force, and to hear the Force sing within you as it once did.
I would welcome whatever aid you offer.
Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you through my words and presence.
There's
Ask.
something else I wanted to ask you. All right, I think I've heard enough for right now. Oh, I would see to that fool in the cockpit. Remind him of our destination. That fool has a name. He's not a fool, but he does feel odd to me.
He is a fool and an imbecile. His potential lies downwards, not up. Watch that one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first, and his allies next.
Alright, so we gained some and lost some with Kriya. But we need to save for right now. We'll say Telos bound, because that's where we're going to have to end for tonight. So, as always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, consider prodding that subscribe button. The top link in the description down below will take you to our fourth wall page, where we have things like our Power Wash Simulator inspired shirt, our Fueled by Chaos mugs, and much, much more. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below, because YouTube isn't always great about notifying us. That's everything from the Facebook page to the permanent invite for the Discord server, where I try to make sure to notify you guys of when we go live and stuff like that. For example, in about an hour and a half, we'll be back with more Stardew Valley. And then tomorrow there will be no Pirates of the Geek Vortex podcast, because I am going to be out until about 11 o'clock, so we'll probably be back with Stardew Valley tomorrow at midnight. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!